Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the frontline changes report for the past 24 hours for the day of 1355 of November. We're gonna jump straight into it as usual. From the north, over in the Kharkiv front, we have another frontline changes, some geolocation. Russian forces has been geolocated in a new position. So I forgot you see, as usual, I have to forget my WhatsApp. So geolocation of Russian forces continues the advance by the Russian forces in the city. So that is the frontline change, just a continuation of the Russian forces advance down the western flank, as they flanked to the rear positions, and if they successfully continue to move and spread out and create a buffer, then they will take the whole of Vovchansk. So Vovchansk very underreported, I would say, because the focus is on Pokrovsk. After Vovchansk, the next frontline change is over in KUPYANSK, another of the major battle that's currently happening. This time around, we have geolocation. I need to move my mic a bit, because I cannot see where the screen. So we have two geolocations. So this is Kupyansk city, and so after this geolocation we have reported previously, there's two more geolocations that have appeared, and this means that the Russian forces have advanced westward as well as southward. And given how far this southern one is, I have mapped that the Russians have control all along the city, along the river. The entire eastern part of Kupyansk must be under Russian control. So the other half here, there's a river here. So by the way, there's a river here. So this is the Oski River, which is actually there's a multiple streams. This eastern part here is under Ukrainian control. So this is still under Ukrainian control. Oh my god, you cannot see. Give me a second. Push. Yeah. So the other side here is under Ukrainian control. So the Russians have advanced south this way and are moving in the direction of Sadove, which the Russians did claim they have captured. So yeah, so that is the frontline change in this sector. The one in the south here is the advance is around 1.2 kilometers, 1.25 kilometers, around there. So that's pretty significant in that sense. And so let me adjust my mic a bit more. So after Kupyansk, the next frontline change is over in the Seversk front. So over in Seversk, there is a major geolocation. So the Russian forces have advanced in the southeast of Seversk, which means that the entire chunk here of the outskirt, the southeastern outskirt of Seversk, has fallen. Now confirmed fallen to the Russian forces. This is a very significant frontline change. The advance is around 2 kilometers, at least 2 kilometers. This comes after the Russians have already established the southern wall. So now they are establishing the eastern wall. The Ukrainians have a fortification in the east of it, but it looks like the southeast ones has been overrun by the Russian forces, and the Russians probably is going to go for the rest of it and fully envelop Seversk from the east as well. So this is pretty significant at Seversk. The next frontline change is surprisingly over in the Bakhmut front, over in Chasiv. So the Ukrainian forces has been geolocated in the south of Chasiv, and this confirms the Ukrainians have recaptured one of the sub-districts of Chasiv, the Yuzhny sub-district. So that is the advance here. So if I zoom out, you can see the implication a little bit more, where we have Chasiv, Konstantinivka, and Stupovsky, and the Ukrainians counterattack in this sector around here in this direction. So it's kind of a very sad situation for the Ukrainians, where they are trying to counter-attack places where it's very irrelevant strategically, while they are losing a lot of ground in significant places. And this reminds me of how we play real-time strategy games, where we are already lost. The game is lost, and we're just sending our troops to attack soft spots while our main base is getting destroyed. Something to that kind of extent. So if you play computer games, especially real-time strategy, you probably will understand that feeling, right? The next frontline change, we skip the entire Pokrov because no reports on Pokrov. We go all the way to the Huaypole sector. And so this Huaypole, and this is where all the frontline changes, the rest of the frontline changes are. So we zoom in a bit. So we have frontline changes over in Zdakhoda. So in this northern part here, the Russian forces is now confirmed to have taken this open ground north of the river, according to the Ukrainian mapping. They have considered that. We have multiple geolocations confirming that Rybitne is fully captured by the Russian forces. So this is based on multiple geolocation. We can confirm that, like absolutely confirm that. And then Ukrainian mapping have updated to show that the Russian forces have reached Solotke from the northwest of Uspenivka. So they have drawn this very long needle all the way to Solotke. And then they have another update. The Ukrainian mapping have updated that this southern part of Novovasilivsky and Uspenivka is taken by the Russian forces. This is by Ukrainian mapping, corroborating a huge part of the Russian claims around Uspenivka. And then we have Ukrainian mapping updated that Okoniche has been have been secured on the western part of the river, taken by the Russian forces. Then Russian mapping updated the map to show that everything south of Zdakhoda all the way to Rybitne, these are all under Russian control. So this is the Russian claim. We cannot confirm this yet, but with the capture of Rybitne and Zdakhoda, most likely it is going to be true. So we can see the big arrow movements, the frontline changes in this way. Yeah, so this is the frontline changes of the Huaypole sector of the Zaporizhia front. Without zooming in, I think it's not super necessary to zoom in from this sector, because I think a combination will be a bit more clearer. And Rybitne, I just want to show the geolocations. We have multiple geolocations all across Rybitne, fully securing the entire of the village. So this is 100% confirmed capture by the Russian forces. So these are all the frontline changes in the past 24 hours. And we're going to stay at Rybitne as the background, and we're going to do some calculation of the total area captured. The Ukrainians have captured 1.21 square kilometers at the Bakhmut front at Chasivya. They have not captured anything the past few days. So this 1.21 a respite. But however, the Russians captured 14.27 yesterday, and today is going to be more than that. 0.05 plus 3.16 plus 4.77 plus 11.26. Total area capture is 19.24 square kilometers, which means we are back onto the 20 square kilometers range by the Russians on the daily basis. We shall see whether this will continue. I think the lack of Pokrov front update, and which means that the next drop, intel drop from the Pokrov salient or the Minohrad salient is going to be pretty big. Usually that seems to be the case as they try to we held back information and then try to ration the amount of changes that is happening on the map on the daily basis. But you can't run away when you do it on a weekly or monthly basis. But anyway, it is what it is. So that's all. So this is the frontline changes report for the 1355, day 1355 for the 9th of November. Happy birthday to you. If your birthday today, press the like button, subscribe. Congratulations to you if you have a baby born today. And congratulations to you if you're happy you have a no wedding anniversary today. And I'll see you guys in the next update.